So I just wanted to give you a little after action report from when I went and helped out with Hurricane Helene up there in the Tennessee, North Carolina area. And I'm going to be planting a fall garden / winter garden while I'm talking to you. Just a little bit of talk of what I did, what I didn't do, what I wish I'd done. Yeah, when I was up there passing out coats, I did take them 3 chainsaws now. They were really appreciative for everything that I took. So I took them like 100 coats, 3 chainsaws, a bunch of blankets, underwear, socks, I think maybe some t-shirts. But anyway, the thrift store here where I live, they loaded me up. And so I'm really appreciative to them. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Surviving Alabama. I'm a little late, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it today. And it's supposed to be like 30 something degrees, maybe in the morning. But I'm gonna, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm really late by probably a month, but that's okay. If it comes up, fine. If it don't, fine. Hey, I just wanted to get some greens out. And if it don't come up good and I don't get to harvest it, it's okay as a cover crop. But I kind of feel like, because we always kind of warm up right before Christmas, it warms up a little bit. Who knows? This weather's crazy all the time anyway. We live in the deep south. Who knows what it'll do? It's liable to be 90 degrees tomorrow. After it's 30, who knows? All right, so what I've got today is I've got some mustard greens, and I've also got some collards. And so these are little bitty packs. By the way, these little packs right here, it's a lot of seeds, even though it's a small pack. And I only paid $1.50 for each pack. So I got $3. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in one of my 30 by 30 gardens. Originally I was gonna, because after I harvested the corn, and go back and see my other videos for what I did. I harvested the corn and then I composted the corn along with some chickens that were in the pile too. And I have since spread that out after it composted down, and that is what it's going to grow. I'm not even going to fertilize them. I'm not doing anything like that. The soil should be absolutely perfect. Should be. So anyway, so we're going to put that out today. I'm going to take y'all along. It's going to be a quick, short video, and we're just going to get a little bit of gardening done. So, FYI, I'm a little behind because I had it's volleyball season. I've taken on a new project where I'm kind of working on golf carts, and I went and worked a hurricane. And then, so when the Hurricane Helene hit, it tore up Florida, and then it tore up the Appalachians. So it went through North Carolina, Tennessee, and North Georgia. And I'm like, man, I got to do something. And I'm involved with a veterans charity. It's called Triple Bravo Initiative. We're a new startup. It's going to be veterans helping veterans. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be mainly focused on traumatic brain injuries, PTSD, and suicide prevention. That's going to be our main focus. We put on an event every year, and what that is we take veterans and we have a sort of kind of reunion. It's more of a reunion for the unit that I was in, but other veterans are coming now, and that's what we're striving towards, is other veterans are coming, and mainly for them to heal mentally. And so we have, in Marseille, Illinois, there is a place called the Middle Eastern Conflicts Wall. And it looks a lot like the Vietnam Wall that's in Washington, D.C. It's very similar, where all the names of all the dead that ever died in Middle Eastern conflicts, going all the way back to, I think, maybe Beirut. And I don't really know how many names are on it. Maybe 9,000, something like that. I really don't know for sure. But that Saturday before Father's Day, they have a Gold Star Memorial. And what that means is the families of the people that are on that wall come and they have a memorial service. So I'm telling you all that I went to work the hurricane, and I wanted to involve the charity that I'm involved in and kind of get their name out there, because it is Veterans Helping Veterans. And you know, when the hurricane hit, it's veterans helping everybody at that point, because it's such a devastating disaster. And kudos to, we did have some donations, because I plugged Triple Bravo when I went out to help the hurricane victims, and God bless them. These people are struggling. And if you want to help out with Hurricane Helene, there are many veterans. I'm sorry. There are many organizations and charities out there helping those guys. Samaritan's Purse be one, a Mercy Chef being one, and many others. A lot of people they're doing good things. So if you did want to help some of them, and if you want to help veterans, that's my gig. So I'd really like to thank in person. There were some donations that came into Triple Bravo, and our organization is dedicated to helping veterans. But during the aftermath of we just had to help. And so we did do a small portion. I wish we could have done more. I wish I could have done more. My heart was really going out to the people that were flooded out. They just literally lost everything. I saw on Patera's channel, which is Appalachian Homestead, and I follow Pinball Preparedness. If you're not familiar with who those channels are on YouTube, and I think they're on Facebook too, go check out Appalachian Homestead and Pinball Preparedness. They really went above and beyond, and they really helped a lot of people. I wish that I could have gotten up with them and joined their effort. I think I would have probably gotten a lot more done than me just by myself, but hey, I was doing what I can. Not only do they have good content, but they went, when the crisis happened, they just dropped what they're doing and they went and executed and helped people. And that, as a human being, a child of God, that is what you're that is not what you can do, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, granted, you can't do it long term, but they just dropped what they're doing and went and just helped people. So go give them some love, like, share, and comment their content, because hey, they did a lot. And I know that those people up there are appreciative. They helped so many people and still doing it. So now that I've talked your ear off, let me just plant some collards and mustard greens, and who knows if they come up or not. I don't know. They probably will come up. I don't know if I'll actually get to harvest them or not before we have some kind of major freeze and they don't do well. We'll see. But it's all okay either way. But I really don't like my ground being bare, because, you know, God made the earth to be covered. And if I don't cover it with something, it'll pick it out. And I don't want a bunch of weeds. So we're gonna do this. Back to it. I've got my trusty, this pointed hoe right here. Okay, this is my spot. Now, hey, if you watch any homesteading channels and everything looks perfect, that's not me. I'm just doing the best I can out here by myself, working these gardens, working these animals. I'm just doing what I can. So we're gonna plant this. This is roughly a 30 by 30 spot, and I'm gonna make lines, and I'm gonna just start putting down seeds, and I'm gonna water it in real good, because it's supposed to be like 38 degrees in the morning. Hopefully it won't hurt anything, but I think as the day warms up in the next few days, they should probably germinate. You can see I've got some weeds coming in. I want to get these seeds up, because I mean there is a few weeds coming in here. I hope I don't have to do too much weeding, but if I do, it's okay. I don't mind. It's just mainly a time factor with me about getting gardens weeded and all. And I really did a terrible job at it this year. I grew probably less stuff this year than I ever have, but that I have in a long time. I do have tomatoes still coming on though. That's a good thing. And who knows, after tonight, when it gets down in the 30s, they may be done. I just don't know. I don't actually know if we're gonna get a frost, but But yeah, I've got a ripe, couple of tomatoes getting ripe, and I got one that's really looking good and it's really ripe. Doesn't even have a split in it. So I'm gonna probably pick that today. So I'm just gonna make some lines here. This ain't gonna be perfect, and please do not, I'm not sure if I'm the one to learn from. Sometimes I just kind of come up with a makeshift way of doing stuff. Normally I get out here and break it up real good and make it soft. That's just not what I don't have time for it today. But we're gonna get it in. As you can see, it's not super uniform, but I'm really kind of in a rush and I'm going out of town. And tomorrow I'm going to take off from everything and I'm going fishing. So, see my rows right here I made. Okay, this is what I did. And I just took that pointed hoe and I just made out some rows just like this. And I'm gonna take these seeds and I'm gonna go along and I'm gonna start planting. And then I'm just gonna cover them up, water them in, and we're gonna call that good. But see, I did leave some bare spots on either end. I may, on these bare spots around the edges, I may just throw a little clover seed out here. And so that way I have a little bit of cover crop, and that's not gonna hurt anything. That's actually will help. So here we go. I'm gonna start down here and see my rows right here. I'm just gonna take these seeds and I'm gonna put it in my hand and I'm gonna walk down the row and I'm just gonna start dropping seeds. See, I'm just dropping just a few. See, I'm walking down and see I got my seeds right here and I'm just trying to keep them spread out as much as I can. This is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Sometimes I got good gardening advice, and I mean, sometimes I do know kind of what I'm doing, but sometimes I kind of have to just kind of make do because of constraints of time and all the things that goes on. It's just so much. Hey, y'all follow along. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you know I do a lot of stuff around here. You never know what you're gonna see around here, because sometimes, you know, I might be working with my pigs or chickens. I might be working on a car or a golf cart, or you just never know what's going on. Whatever's happening that day is kind of what I film, and I don't even film all that. As you can see how much I've done? This seed goes a long way. If I would have got one of them big old giant packs like I plant up for the deer, oh my gosh, it'd been way a lot left over. Now I planted from here over to there. See these little short rows? They're not very long, but look at all my, look at what I got left. Look at all this left. It goes a long, long way. Now these last rows right here, I'm gonna plant mustard greens. So it'll be mustard greens and then collards. And like I said, who knows if we're gonna get them. I really planted them about a month too late, but it's okay. All right, here we go with the mustard greens. Okay, all these rows here are planted. So collards, mustard greens, and then I had a handful of, so I didn't show it on film, but I had a handful left of mustard seed. And mustard greens are really good for cover crops and through the winter time. So I just took that seed and I just threw it out here in this bare spot. And hey, I may get a chance to pick some of that. That's okay. And when this compost pile is done, you see it's working it. It's about done now, but I need to cover up these shades. This is where I cleaned out my chicken pen. And I need to turn it again. And when this is all the way done, I'm just gonna spread it back out over here. And who knows? I may not even do that till the springtime. So now I'm just gonna cover them. It's hard to do this one-handed, but I'm just gonna cover them up and then I'm gonna water it in and we'll see what happens. Okay, watering it in. I gotta shut my gate. If I don't shut this gate and keep that gate right there shut, see my growed up chicken pen? That's terrible, I gotta fix that. But if I don't shut these gates, man, them chickens will be in there scratching up all that seed. Now that I got that done, I gotta go do some more chores. If you have animals and gardens and things like that, you know it just never ends. So I know my pigs are just, they're throwing darts at my picture probably because I hadn't been over it yet. I don't know what you feed your pigs, but I feed mine just a mixture of everything. And then they love bread. I do feed them protein. I make sure I get them protein, but man, they just love bread. I get it from the day-old store. $7 for a whole buggy full. And look how big they're getting. Look how these guys are big. I don't even know what they weigh, but they're just big. Unfortunately, the date for the processor is Halloween. Kind of hate to get rid of them, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. They're actually fulfilling God's purpose by feeding my family. But I sure hate to see them go. Pigs are my favorite animal. So really and truly, that's it for this video. I appreciate y'all coming along. I really appreciate each and every, God bless each and every one of y'all that watch my mess. I'm amazed every day that anybody watches anything I do. I wanted to give y'all an update on Triple Bravo. We're still working it, like I said. To the best of my knowledge, I believe we have prevented 2 suicides. Now, I know that's not a big number, but to that person who is still breathing, it means the world. Because veterans, they're doing it's 22 a day. That's uncalled for. And each one of these veterans is a precious life, just like any life is a precious life. And those guys sometimes just need a little encouragement, a little talk to, because when things go bad, they got things that run through their mind and they just cannot cope and deal sometimes, and they have a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that's what we want to prevent. And the guy and the people at the hurricane, my heart just bleeds for them. These people, I mean, I don't know how many people lost their lives. And I mean, still to right now, last I checked, it was about 200. But I want to say it's probably going to be more than that. I just don't know. But I wanted to give y'all a little update on my escapades going up there to help the people there in Tennessee, North Carolina area. I wish I could do a lot more. You want to help, just do something rather than nothing. And don't go watch it on the TV. Give a donation, send a, if it was nothing other than, hey, make a TikTok video and put it out and say that you're just praying for them. Hey, that would work too. Whatever you can do, it's to help your fellow person, fellow human being. It's always appreciated, and everybody, we just thank you. Not gonna ramble anymore. I've probably taken enough of your time. I really appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. God bless.